Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome back to Xbox Central. I'm here to dive into one of my favorite releases this year, South of Midnight. Developed by Compulsion Games, this game has been a slow burn for me, but after finally wrapping up the story, I can confidently say it's one of the standout titles on Xbox Game Studios. So, what's South of Midnight all about? You play as Hazel, a young woman on a quest to save her mother after a deadly storm ravages the Deep South. At first, the game starts off as a grounded, desperate scramble to help and ultimately save those you love. But as Hazel realizes she's a weaver, a unique character that can interact with supernatural goings-on in this world, things take a turn for the strange and fascinating. The characters in South of Midnight are immediately captivating, and that's always helped me bring the player along for the ride. Hazel conveys emotion so well, and the little nuances in her performance are brought to life in fantastic fashion. The whole cast does an amazing job here, and this aspect of the game feels like a real step up compared to previous efforts from Compulsion Games. One of my biggest loves about South of Midnight is its gorgeous visuals. You'll explore beautiful gardens, cross muddy wastelands, creep through foggy swamps, and abandoned shipwrecks as you uncover the game's intriguing mysteries. Part Jungle Book, part Disney's The Haunted Mansion, South of Midnight absolutely nails its overall aesthetic and is a true lesson in how art design can propel a game's graphical presentation. Now, let's talk gameplay. In South of Midnight, you'll split your time between traversal and combat, and while the two are rarely intertwined, I really love the way you get about the place. The movement mechanics and platforming sections aren't exactly revolutionary, but the game just feels awesome to play as you glide through its lovely environments. You've got a double jump, a glide, wall run, magical grappling hook of sorts, and a helpful companion to help you navigate. It all works really well when stitched together. However, combat is where things get a bit more mixed for me. The fighting mechanics work just fine, but the systems in play are somewhat limited and can feel repetitive at times. You've got multiple Weaver moves to pull off, which you can build out via a skill tree of sorts, but ultimately, the combat arenas boil down to a bit of button mashing. Now, I do enjoy getting into a flow with a good fight every now and then, bouncing from one enemy to another and harvesting them like a Doom glory kill. But it's not always my cup of tea. One thing that really stood out for me is the boss fights. They're super creative in their visual design, but fairly standard when it comes to engaging with them. Playing on Xbox Series X, there aren't any visual modes or tweaks to speak of, and South of Midnight runs at 60 frames per second. Despite the odd hiccup here and there, I was more than happy with its performance and presentation. For me, South of Midnight is a triumph, exactly the sort of thing I want to see more of from Xbox Game Studios. It's not perfect, but it's got so much soul, personality, and charm that it's hard not to fall in love with it. If you're looking for an engaging adventure that delivers soulful stories in spades, South of Midnight shouldn't be missed. And if you're on Xbox Game Pass, do yourself a favor and give it a try. It's absolutely worth it. That's my take on South of Midnight. What do you think?